What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Point C. As everybody know, we have been talking about the Halo TV show the last 8 weeks, and it's finally over. Season 2 is over. Wow, honestly, it might be the best episode of the season, in my opinion. It was very, very good, and it makes me excited that we hopefully get a Season 3.
Yeah, same. I really was a fan of how they did a lot of the stuff in here. I don't want to talk about it just yet because we're kind of like doing our non-spoiler reaction right now. But yeah, I love Halo. I love Halo, the show, and yeah, it's been a good season. I hope
so before we start talking a little bit about this episode, for anybody that has been standoffish with this season, I absolutely get that, but here's what I'm going to tell you. As somebody that has been very vocal with their opinions on season 1 throughout this discussion, online, throughout other videos, this is worth your time. It is absolutely worth your time. Is it a perfect 10 out of 10 show? Absolutely not. But I will say, after watching this show for 8 weeks, I can confidently tell you that if you are a fan of Halo, you're a fan of the story, you're a fan of the lore, you're going to enjoy this show. Now, there still are some issues, and we've talked about it a little bit. We're going to talk about it a little bit in this big grand finale about the whole season. But overall, I think that this season is a major improvement, and I'm excited to see where the team takes it for season 3 moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that they've alluded to season 3, but they said that they want to take a step back and take a break, which is weird because they've been taking a break ever since they wrapped filming on season 2, which is a while ago. So that's a little weird. I hope they actually do want to do a season 3.
Before
you want to
we
get into
spoilers, I just want to give our overall rankings for season 2, not episode by episode, but a total number ranking for the whole season altogether after the finale. And I'm gonna give my score. Overall, I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been writing some notes and things like that. I will say that I think that season 2 is a 7 out of 10. I think that it's a major improvement over season 1. I still have a handful of issues. We've talked about it at length, so I don't want to repeat myself, but I think that overall it's a solid 7 out of 10. I would recommend it if you're a fan of Halo to watch it.
I kind of just took an average of all my rankings of the episodes because I log my TV shows that I watch on serialized.com was like an 8 out of 10 for the whole season. It has like a lot of good things, and it's a monumental improvement over the first season, definitely. I mean, I enjoy the first season, that's just because we had never had a Halo TV show before, and I really enjoyed it. I wanted to really get into it.
I will completely agree with everything that Noah just said. I think that every point that Noah made is true. That there's really nothing but improvements here. If you are still here, be warned that we are about to get into spoiler talk. So I'm going to give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where to start? Honestly, let's just talk about the main plot with Chief, the Covenant, well, the Arbiter, obviously, and everything that happens with Chief in this episode. Let's just start there. Let's get right into it. I really enjoyed. Obviously, Chief's been great throughout this whole season. He really does shine in this episode. I mean, there's some. I mean, we did not expect Chief to see the other Spartan 3s at all. He does eventually. But overall, I think the whole plot with Chief in this episode is amazing. The fight with the Arbiter was fucking incredible. That fight with the Arbiter, dude, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That was so good. The fight with the energy sword, super solid. And what I will say is it's just a pet peeve of mine in TV shows that I hate, is when he's on the Covenant ship and Cortana, when he's saving Cortana, and Cortana's like, "Oh yeah, we got like 5 seconds to get off, Chief. It's impossible for you to get off." And then he's like, "Oh, I'll make it possible." And she's like an AI running the numbers. She's like, "No, it's impossible." And then he magically does it.
But
it's a pet peeve of mine in video games
and
movies. I hate that shit. I don't like it. I don't like when TV shows and movies are like, "Oh yeah, because he's the main character, he gets away with this shit." It doesn't like ruin the episode. Like, I mean, I'll say it right now. I thought Yeah. Like with everything that happened in this episode, it's a 10 out of 10 because of the flood. Anyway. Yeah. Oh no, we'll get there. That's gonna be a whole discussion. But overall, I really, really enjoyed the plot with Master Chief. I thought that Chief at the start of the episode, when he stands up to the big lady in charge, and he's like, and he's and he's watching all the Spartans. I never remember her fucking.
Let me pick up what you said real quick about Chief standing up to Parangaski. I thought that he was gonna have like a Captain America moment where he goes to like the intercom or something, and he like tells everybody at the base about like, they're the real like Parangaski. She's like the real threat here. Like, you've seen Captain America: Winter Soldier, you know what I'm talking about, right? I thought they were gonna do something like that, where he goes to the intercom and talks to everybody in the base.
Doesn't he kind of do that?
He kind of didn't do that. He just kind of was talking to her specifically. This one little thing was, it took him so long to get to the Halo ring.
That is true.
It's like, Chief, what are you doing? I'm on my way to the Halo. And then you like go 10 minutes in the future. What are you doing? I'm on my way to the Halo ring.
That's another issue with this show, is that it's only 8 episodes, and I really felt it in this episode, where the subplots really felt like we were really trying hard to wrap them up, and we'll get to that when we get to it. But holy shit, I do agree with you that it was like, oh yeah, we see Chief in here for 30 seconds. All right, let's go back to the Spartan 3s. All right, let's go back to Halsey. Let's go back to the hold where Kessler and his mom are in fucking jail with Ackerson. Like it all is trying to happen in a real short amount of time. And we mentioned it, but the Flood show up in this episode. And then he still has to fight the Arbiter. And then we have that whole little monologue at the end with the bad lady from season 1, right? All that stuff happens in one episode.
I saw that one guy, you know the guy I'm talking about, the guy that pirated the show. I saw what he said. Like, he took a screenshot of the way the Arbiter looked after Chief beat him and was like, "This is not a Sangheili. What the heck is this alien design, man?" Yeah. Chief just beat the shit out of him, dude. If he looks the same, then Chief didn't do a good enough job.
I seen something similar, it might have been him, but I seen somebody complain about the design of the Flood in the show. And I was like,
oh
really?
yeah, me too.
I felt, I seen that photo and I was like,
I
really?
tweeted about that actually, because somebody said, they just made them like zombies, like but with no effects at all, just mindless zombies, just killing people with nothing actually showing up, and then they put like a flood from the game.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, after you mentioned it, I was like, yeah, they might do the Flood. And then that happened in the episode. I was like, oh, they're absolutely doing the Flood. Like, we'll talk about the subplots here for just a minute. Because the thing is that Soren's and Kessler's and Ackerson, not bad. I won't lie. I thought it was interesting to see, like Soren be like, Ackerson actually isn't the most evil. Like, he sucks, but he's not the bad guy. And then it was also, just interesting to see that dynamic with Kessler and Ackerson. I like that. But Halsey's subplot, it's like, okay, I don't mind Halsey's subplot that much. What I really hate is that they just shove Quan into it, because for some reason they decided, wait, we signed Quan on for 2 seasons, so we might as well use her. And she's just there, and then for some reason the old lady is back and is like, I can only hold them off for so long, Quan. And then just like,
there was a guy talking about that on Twitter. I saw somebody say something about that. So in that scene, he was like, oh, well, maybe Quan is like the latest in the descendants, and then the old lady is like the last one of her like lineage or something. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, how the hell is Quan related to her? They're from 2 separate planets. It's not like it's your mom or a grandma or something.
It's like Avatar: The Last Airbender with the
maybe it's
just becoming bloodbenders. Yeah, I think that's what it is, but either way, it was like I kind of forgot that shit was even going on, and because I forgot she was with Halsey the whole time, and then all of a sudden, I swear, is that the only time she appears in that episode? Point still stands, man. Take out Quan's subplot, but anyway, I thought that Halsey. See, the thing is that Halsey's subplot wasn't that interesting until this episode, and I mean, she also is on the ship, and more things happen with Halsey, but like I think that they found a good place for Halsey's character in this episode, at least better than what she's been doing the last couple, where she's been in that weird like underground place that like we get bits and pieces of what's going on with her every 20 minutes, and then Quan's in the background like, what are these weird symbols on the wall? Anyway.
That was last episode though, wasn't it?
I felt like that was going on for 2 episodes, wasn't it?
No, they started this episode in the lab.
Oh, I could have sworn that she did that. That Quan did that also last time though, when they were in the underground place.
I mean, that was all episode 7, Hunter.
Oh, was that really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it ended. Episode 7 ended with Halsey like running out of the lab. Because for some reason, I don't even know why. What do you think of them freezing her?
Honestly, I was not expecting that. I always love these videos when we make these, because it always starts off where we're like discussing plot points, and then it just turns into, and then I saw this other thing on Twitter.
Yeah, and I saw this other guy like proving himself to be a dumbass on Twitter.
Speaking of that, did you see Angry Joe did not like the season whatsoever?
Oh, I could not give less of a fuck about Angry Joe, bro. I
can't
stand him anymore. I can't.
This game has 1 microtransaction in it. It fucking sucks.
He's become, I hate everything.
Yeah, it's true.
I hate everything, so you better watch my videos.
Yeah, it's like I don't like Angry Joe either, and oh man,
I used to like him though. That's what sucks about it.
Anyways, let's talk about that ending.
Yeah, with Guilty Spark.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny is that I was thinking the whole time during the episode, like, what was going on with that. I was like, well, who's speaking to him? And then we seen it at the very end, and that made me pretty excited for season 3, which I guess makes sense because we're finally being introduced to the Flood at the end of the season. I mean, like, when you think back to what happens in CE with everything with the Flood.
Yeah, and I think people don't really realize that if you follow Chief's journey through the show, it kind of mirrors the games, just him in particular.
No, you know what's funny is I was thinking that throughout this episode as well, especially because like with how obviously season 1 didn't necessarily tell it, like with that's a whole separate discussion, but like everything that happened, especially in the last couple episodes and with the fall of Reach, like it lines up with the Reach timeline. And then everything that kind of happened throughout this episode, moving forward, it's like, well, I mean, we're talking about CE here. We've been introduced to the Flood. And, I mean, we have Cortana, who, I mean, who knows? Cortana may go absent at the start of Season 3 again, but, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, the only thing I'll say that's different is that Keys died too early.
So it's like somebody has to die at the end of Reach, of the fall of Reach, you know what I mean? Like, it's, and, we don't have Novel 6, I guess. This has been our thoughts on the last episode of Halo Season 2. First of all, it's been crazy to talk about this whole season. The whole season's been a genuine improvement. I think that we're both excited to see if we get to Season 3 where it goes and where it leads. And especially with this finale, I think that it sets up really well for what's coming in Season 3 if we get one.
Definitely.
Yeah. Right, well... Yeah, any last minute thoughts?
I don't know, man. The old channel motto was "Get tactical," wasn't it?
Get tactical. It was.
Remember?
I do remember that, dude. That was a long time ago. 4 years ago.
Yeah, long time.
And then we went to Up Your Grind Set for a while.
Up Your Grind Set, and now it's what is it? I don't even remember. What is it? What even?
I don't think we have a current one.
No? Okay.
We'll come
Always Bet on Blart?
Always bet on Blart. There we go.
Always bet on Blart, which hasn't even come out yet. That's so crazy.
'Cause I look so good to make bad decisions.